a manual workaround, and the hotline is capable and able to take calls as phones are currently operable. With that being said, we want to take any questions that we have. Yes, ma'am.
Do we know what percentage of computers are backed up?
We are currently working to make sure that all the computers and servers are back up. To my understanding, we have about 90% of our servers. We're still collecting the data on how many computers.
So 90% are backed up?
Of our servers.
Okay.
So we know how many servers are back up. About 90% of our servers, we're still collecting the data on how many computers.
I spoke to some people that were like going by City Hall to get records, that kind of thing, and obviously if systems were down, they were told to come back Monday. I guess, is there any sort of plan or anything you want to tell the community that was trying to get like records or any information from City Hall?
So I want to be clear that all IT professionals and everyone here, all of our departments have been working tirelessly since the morning, and we're going to continue to work tirelessly to do everything that's necessary to make sure that we are operable at 100%. So we are working through the weekend, and we'll do everything that's necessary.
Right. In addition to that, I want to note this. Philadelphia, if you're anything like your mayor, and I hope you're not, because I'm a technical dinosaur, when the team was giving me information about the resources available to assist municipal employees computer by computer, I heard them, but I understood clearly when they said we have established a genius bar in multiple buildings for multiple departments across city government. I understood that because I go to the Genius Bar to get assistance and help with my own personal technology. But the transparency that's been communicated to you all here on today is what is extremely important to me as your mayor, and to also affirm that we are not working in silos, and we don't work in silos to address a crisis. The collaboration that you see present here today is what is extremely important. There was another question on, yes, sir.
So obviously this was out of y'all's hands, you know, because it was the system update, but is there anything that can be done, I guess, like to prevent something like this?
So this is our updates when operation, there's no operation during our nights, and when the employees are not working, we continuously do updates. This is normal to do an update. What's not normal is that we weren't able to roll back the code. So normally if something comes out, if it's a patch, if it's an update, we have 24-hour surveillance on all of our systems and our servers, so we know immediately that something's going wrong. Normally when that happens, we roll it back to the original state until we could get the bugs out and figure out what it is. Unfortunately, CrowdStrike we weren't able to do that. The issue is that we had to actually physically go to servers, to computers individually and delete the update, which that is what is abnormal. But no, we normally update all of our systems through the night and the morning.
Amazing. Yes, ma'am.
Joanne Pileggi.
Joanne.
How are you?
Hi.
Seemingly dodged a bullet. This could have been much, much worse. And I'm sure all of you are breathing a collective sigh of relief that it wasn't a lot worse. And even with all of the professionals assembled here, I'm wondering if the city of Philadelphia and other cities around the country, was there a next level consultant, like super IT level consultant that you were dealing with? Like someone who really knows about code. And I mean, we would think that the people at CrowdStrike know what they're doing, and in all intents and purposes they do, but this happened. It could have been much, much worse.
No, I think that's a very fair question. The first thing I want you to know, City of Philadelphia, that I am super proud of the technical expertise that you see standing before you here on today. That's why it was so important for me to not rush when determining who would be the individuals managing departments across the city of Philadelphia. You needed to secure the best and the brightest technicians to do the work. That's one. So I have full faith in the experts who are here and a part part and representative of the Parker administration. The next thing I want to mention to you is this thing that I talked about that a lot of people thought was just sort of like a couple of big words, but really didn't mean a thing. Intergovernmental cooperation, collaboration, and planning was extremely important. And not just cities across America, but city government, state government, federal government, because this again had a global impact. This, think of COVID, right? There had to be a global response to that pandemic, and this IT emergency was no different. There had to be a global response. So intergovernmental cooperation at the local, state, and federal level. And do we have technicians, different IT firms that the city works with on a regular basis? Yes, indeed. But it was our technicians in-house who were able to ensure that we were stabilized. And for that, City of Philadelphia, I want you to know, as your mayor, because I'm only good, I can't do it alone. This administration can only function and be as efficient as the people who are standing here with me, who lead the departments that provide the service, and the workforce that does the work on the ground. And on the day, Philadelphia, we can be proud of our team. Listen, thank you all so very much. If we have any additional questions, we're going to stick around for just a few, and you'll have the ability to submit any questions to us in writing. But we also want them to get back to their job so that they can find out if even while we were standing here to deliver this message, there's been any additional communication that we needed to follow up on. But as your mayor, you need to know whenever there's an emergency, we're going to communicate directly with you so that you don't have to wonder and guess about what's happening in our city. We're going to be transparent. Thank you all so much.
Thanks, folks.
Philadelphia Mayor Parker there with the last word at this press conference that we saw over in Philly, discussing this major tech outage that has affected millions of people across the country. One of the top stories that we'll be following throughout the day today. On your screen, you also had a couple of live looks. This first one that I'll showcase here, a live look inside of Hartsfield-Jackson Airport over in Atlanta, Georgia. You can see people waiting patiently there as they try to board some new flights. So many of these flights have been grounded because of that major tech outage. And then we also had this live look out there in LAX. It looks like traffic is moving pretty swiftly in that area. Officials all over the country are working hard to make sure that this tech outage doesn't cause any more disruptions that it already has. We're going to step away for a quick commercial break here. When we come back, we're going to get to the latest on the 2024 election season amid concerns that more Democrats and calls are coming in for Biden to drop out. We're going to head into the international impact next.